Hey guys, welcome to the big movie update, the presentation where we're going to be talking about, as in the title, we're going to be talking about the big 3 movies that are going to be appearing on the channel within the next year and next year, on this grand holiday of 420. In this video there will also be other small little segments pertaining to arcs, half-hour specials, episodes, and other things that lead in, relate to, or just grand old times for series and movies. And the 3 main topics we're going to be talking about are, of course, Meli Tales of the Void, Circle and Square the movie, and the World of Meli Odyssey movie. Now, with all that said, let's hop into our first topic. Now, our first topic in today's presentation is, of course, Meli Tales of the Void. Now, while we don't have much info on this one to give today, we do have plenty of info compared to other movies or specials, and that plenty of info we are going to give right now. Now, I know a lot of you have been looking forward to this movie. Meli Tales of the Void is going to be the first fully animated feature film on the channel, and it's a pretty big deal, and we want to get this one right. As a movie isn't just another throwaway video, it's a movie, and we're trying our best to make it, perfect. Meli Tales of the Void is all about Meli, Maddie, Hooded Figure, Marshall, Katie, and Sue going on a grand adventure to save their town, not really town, more like Dimension the Void, or the second dimension, from mysterious invaders who are trying to harvest the dimension's energy, and Meli, which energy flows through him, as well as these weird little creatures called smiley flowers, whose powers are overwhelming and can be harnessed to create 1,000 armies. The main antagonist of this film is Kako, but he really plays behind the scenes, and the other 3 secondary antagonists are Evil Meli, Kako, and Tumble, who are chasing our heroes throughout the void, trying to find them and round them up so we can harvest their energy. This movie hasn't been in production since last year, and I remember when we were first producing it as a series, and we already had 3 cast members on board. Speaking of cast members, let's reveal the cast members now, because a lot of you have been wanting to know if this is a fully animated movie and it's going to be fully voice acted like you claim, who the hell are voicing these characters? Well, I'm finally proud to announce that we have our cast, and we've had our cast for quite some time. This is the main cast of Meli Tales of the Void. Me, myself, will of course be voicing Meli. My good friend Devin Johnson, who appears on the channel every now and then, will of course be voicing Hooded Figure. My friend Lee Leonard, I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm sorry Lee, will be voicing Maddie. Ryan Russo will be voicing Marshall. And Josie Little Josie Little Creek will be voicing 2 characters, Katie and Sue. Onto the antagonists, myself once again will be voicing Evil Meli. My friend Drake Casey will be voicing Blitz, and while Tumble doesn't really have any lines, it's more of just grunting, those will just be sound effects. And me again will be voicing Kako. All the voice acting is complete for this film, and we are finally getting into the animation process, and I'm finally proud to announce that, as it's been quite some time since, the storyboard has started, the script was complete, and the hardest part of this film was getting everyone's lines. That was the hardest part. Now, Meli, once again, if this is a fully animated movie like you claim, will it be that choppy animation seen in Circle and Square, the channel trailer and stuff like that? How many frames per second will this movie run at? Well, once again, I'm proud to announce that this movie will be fully colored backgrounds, fully colored characters, except for the void is white, so ignore that last part. And it will run at 6 to 7 frames per second depending on the scene. That may not sound like a lot, but keep in mind that the highest quality animation on this channel, on a flip note, the channel trailer runs at 5 frames per second. And bumping that up to 7, it's pretty slick animation, especially for a World of Meli movie. Our original plan for Meli Tales of the Void was to release it around the time of July 24th to the end of August. However, that release window has changed. We had a huge production hiatus trying to get everyone's lines. We finished the script and started storyboarding, and that's about how far we went. And there are a bunch of things in the script and storyboards that I personally want to change and the cast members feel that needs to be changed. So, because of that huge production hiatus that we took since December and we're just now producing the film again, I've been proud to announce everything else, but I'm kind of disheartened to announce this, that we're going to have to push this movie back to the end of the year. Or later, just whenever the hell I finish it. I wish we had multiple animators, but it's just me. So, that's that. So, our new release window is October to January of 2019. That sounds like a long time, but trust me, it is a long time. I'm not even gonna lie, that is a long time. Maybe you should have recorded your. And I one more question from y'all. Okay, we've waited so long, and we're finally getting in on the movie. Are you at least gonna show us a clip, the storyboards? A trailer? Something, please! Well, I can't show you that now, but I can announce when we're going to show it. This summer in July, the original release window we had, will be your first official look at Meli Tales of the Void. Not some concept animation, not concept art. Like, it'll either be a trailer or a clip in animatic form or animation form, whenever the hell we're getting it. But, more info on this movie will be coming this summer. Just bet on that. Now, let's move on to the next topic. Here we have our first small topics. Over the summer, we will have our, and hear me out on this, currently final Let's Play. Last summer was the final Let's Play, don't get me wrong. But, it was really fun. So I thought, why not make it a tradition? Let's Play Pikmin 3 for Wii U is coming this summer. More info on that in the summer update. See, look at that, only 35 seconds. Next, let's talk about, besides Meli Tales of the Void, the most neglected movie on this channel. Circle and Square the movie. The huge future film that is based on my flagship animated series on this channel, Circle and Square. Plot details, huh? Well, the plot isn't final. This movie is still in early development. Remember that. It's still in early development, and y'all are going to be disheartened by the announcement I have to make in this if y'all have been looking forward to this. But I have a good announcement too, so just wait in store for that. The plot details stay the same, but we're kind of changing up the plot a little bit, trying to, piece the pieces together differently. It's a prequel to Circle and Square still. Hairdryer is on the run from Blue Decagon and crash lands on Shape World. He meets Circle and Square, has a falling out with them, and together Circle, Square, Hairdryer, and Pentagon, who tags along because she has this little crushy thing on Circle, try to find a secret artifact to reveal what happened to Circle and Square's parents and all the other Shape civilians after they keep disappearing, and try to protect Shape World from an incoming threat from Blue Decagon to get Hairdryer back. So the plot details stay the same, we're going to try to change it up. The production progress on this movie has been pretty slow, just like Meli Tales of the Void. I've been only focusing on one movie at a time, and that movie is of course the Odyssey movie, which we'll get to in a very long minute. And this movie hasn't even started storyboarding yet. We haven't even started scripting yet, we're just trying to piece together the plots, made a bunch of concept art. This is probably the most complicated plot ever, as well as trying to push out new Circle and Square episodes, which there hasn't even been one this year. This movie is taking quite some time. So I've decided I want to finish Circle and Square Season 1 before we get into the movie. So that will of course push this movie on a production hiatus as well. Efficiency on World of Meli. And because of this production hiatus, it's going to be quite some time before, the movie comes out. The new release window is 2019, and I can't say when in 2019, I'm sorry. But I can reveal some of the plans I have for the movie technical-wise. This movie, like every animation from now on, will be animated in Flash. It will be slicker animation than the series, but not by much. The movie will run at 5 to 6 frames per second. It's about the animation quality of the channel trailer and just a little bit above that. However, it is still slicker animation than the actual series, which runs at 4 frames per second. So, it's still a bump in quality. However, also, the characters will be filled in white, but the backgrounds will be fully colored or semi-colored. We're bumping it up since it's a movie. We might as well give you some sort of treat since I keep delaying this movie just like all the others. Now time for the, cast reveal. I of course will be reprising my role as the main antagonist of the film, Blue Decagon. And my character Dodecagon, which appeared at the end of Season 1 Part 1, will make a cameo. So I'll be playing Dodecagon and Blue Decagon. Those are the only voiced characters, except for the narrator, of course. But let's just talk about the characters who will appear in the film. The main 3 characters, technically 4 if you want to, kind of 4, yeah, the main 4 characters will of course be Circle, Square, Hairdryer, and Pentagon. Circle and Square are trying to help Hairdryer after he crash lands on Shape World. He wants to try not to go home, but to get out of Blue Decagon's eye. Because she's been eyeing him for a very long time and she keeps trying to make him his prisoner, which I won't reveal why, because those are some pretty major spoilers. So they want to help him out, and in return, they believe that the reason Hairdryer comes is the same reason that pretty much everyone in town has gone missing. Their parents, their friends, their cousins, whatever you want, they've all gone missing. Rectangle, oval, triangle, Sierra, angle, everyone's gone missing, and they want to find out why. And Pentagon is there because, once again, she has this weird crush on Circle. It's a weird, violent, aggressive crush on Circle. Not like violent as in punch, but violent as in, you know, I'm not even, you know what I mean, like, moi. And Square is there because Circle and Square are a pair, of course. And he has his role in the film, don't worry, we have a plan for all 4 of these characters. Hairdryer is, of course, probably going to be the main focus of the film. While it is a Circle and Square film, Hairdryer is going to be the main focus. Because we did him dirty in Season 1, I kind of want to give him one last ride. Because we just kind of got rid of him in, like, the 4th episode. So, we got to do him some justice. Blue Decagon once again wants to keep Hairdryer prisoner, and all the other characters, including Circle and Square's parents, oval, triangle, rectangle, octagon, all these other characters, they will be side characters, but they will have their roles to play, don't get me wrong. It's been about, I want to say, 6, 7, 8 months since the previous episode of Circle and Square, and it's been about 6 months since I announced the movie. So, where the hell has Circle and Square been? I am sorry, first of all, I am sorry for the lack of Circle and Square episodes. At the beginning of the year in our Q1 update, I announced that this is the year of Circle and Square. This is Circle and Square's 10th anniversary since I created them way back in 2008 when I could barely draw, so my characters were literally just shapes. And because I kind of left it on a kind of cliffhanger, and I know some of you, like a very small percent of you, only watch this channel for Circle and Square, but most of you on this channel enjoy the series. And I apologize for that false promise I made, saying that I want to go for a new episode every month and I want to get back into Circle and Square. I should have probably took a look at my mental state before I made that huge announcement. With these 3 movies that I have under my belt working, the Odyssey movie, which we'll get to in a cool minute, and it takes about a month to make a Circle and Square episode, but that's because I have these little breaks, so in reality it takes 1, maybe 2 weeks to make one. So it's not just like production-wise, connectivity, things, whatever you want to call it. It's not just that. It's just pure laziness, and I have to apologize. But we can't just blame it all on my laziness. Yes, that's a prime factor. The switch from Flipnote Studio 3D to Flash is also a big one. Because I have Macromedia Flash 2004, it crashes all the time, and I can't save it. It doesn't auto-save. So the huge leap from Flipnote to Flash is another prime factor, as well as trying to figure out the kinks of the last, like, what? I want to say 13 episodes? That's what we're going for. We're going for 20 episodes a season. And there's still a lot of stuff we need to cover. So, I apologize for the lack of Circle and Square episodes. So, And since this is the 10th anniversary of Circle and Square, we're not just going to make this the next canceled series on World of Meli like Seaside. No. I have an announcement to make. Last summer, we had our World of Meli Summer Bash. We uploaded a new video every weekday. And that was crazy! So what if we do the same thing, except for Circle and Square? No, we're not uploading a new Circle and Square episode every weekday. I'm talking about a new Circle and Square episode every week. It beats every 6 months, doesn't it? I think that's a fair trade-off. The summer of Circle and Square is coming this summer, obviously, as well as the new Let's Play of Pikmin 3. We'll talk about these in the summer update. The release window will be around July, and we're going until we finish the season. And then we can start production on the movie. There are about 13 episodes left of the season. Let's get it. So, that's Circle and Square the movie. Let's move on to our next small topics. And here are our final small topics for the update. There will be a half-hour something this December. And I'm pretty sure you're all looking forward to it. Your favorite series on the channel, Dwayne The Rock. A half-hour winter special of Dwayne The Rock is coming this December. It's going to be stop motion and some 2D animation and some live action. It's going to mostly be live action and stop motion, but we'll sprinkle in some 2D animation in there. Just a little though. The plots are very vague, and we only have this concept art right here. But I promised y'all guys a Christmas special last year and I kind of blew it, so we're just going to do a winter special with Dwayne The Rock. Because why not? Now, let's move on. Actually, wait. We don't need to move on. I think that's it. Yeah. Well, that actually went by pretty fast. What, we're only at like 20 minutes? I expected it to be 30, 40 at the most. Well, that's it for this update. What? Oh, you think I'm kidding? No, that's it. We're done. Actually, no. Now that I'm recalling, I think we forgot something. Something pretty important. What could it be?
It's time to jump up in the air. Jump up, don't be scared. Jump up and your cares will soar away. You know that you're my superstar. No one else can take me this far. I'm flipping the switch. Get ready for this song. Let's do the Odyssey.
Oh, right. The only reason y'all are watching this. Let's talk about our final topic for the day. The World of Meli Odyssey movie. Now, just like all the other movie topics, let's start with the final plot details. Chevron the Zebra has finally revealed himself to Meli, and has finally revealed that he has kidnapped Dwayne The Rock, and has taken him to the second dimension to absorb his powers to become unstoppable. He's not going for the channel anymore. He wants Meli dead. The development of the Odyssey movie has been a wild ride. This is actually our first dedicated story arc on the channel, while the first two were the Classic Saga and the Summer Bash Saga. The first one just being the videos, and the second one, this whole huge weird story arc leading up to the movie, wasn't really a movie. It wasn't really a connected story. It was just something I knew would end with the movie. The Odyssey Saga, on the other hand, is our first huge, like, most if not every video is connected in some way story arc. If you go on the official World of Meli wiki, there is the story. For those of you who are too lazy to decode the secret messages or figure out, piece the story together between the videos, there is a story, and you can read it there, since y'all were too lazy. I'm just kidding. Some of you in the comments at the beginning of the secret messages actually decoded the secret messages. It was really cool seeing how people actually took the time to do this, and since I took the time to write these secret messages converted to @bash, it was cool to see that people actually took the time to do it. However, the secret messages are over. The story is over. Now, it's time for the end. The World of Meli Odyssey movie. The World of Meli Odyssey movie has been pretty great so far. I had my friend Angry J Sponge review the first movie, the World of Meli movie. In return, I made him some avatars. That video is coming out on his channel in June. And his criticisms are pretty much what I thought of the movie. It felt a bit rushed. The story didn't actually start until 17 minutes into the video. It felt a bit rushed. This time, I'm going all out. That's why I've been delaying it so much, is because I've been going so all out in this video. It took about a week to shoot, unlike last time's 3. I can tell you right now, this is going to be a little bit, if not, it's going to be over an hour long, maybe including the credits, I don't know, probably not. But this movie, compared to the first movie, is a god. Just like the robot in my Discord server, link in the description below. But this movie blows the first movie out of the water. That was my goal. The last movie felt like a movie, just a generic hour-long special that really didn't have any build-up. This time, I've been trying my hardest to make it a World of Meli movie. Like, the animated segments are intentionally choppy. I've stuck in so much fan service as humanly possible, and the final battle scene will be great. Trust me, you don't want to miss the final battle scene. I've been stuffing so much World of Meli lore into this movie, like it's all been leading up to this movie, and what comes after this will be something entirely new, completely disconnected from that. The channel, for the last 5 years, has been building up to this movie. Ever since I announced the Meli movie back in like 2014. This is what I wanted it to be. This. It's been leading up to this movie for the past 5 years. And I'm so ready to show it to you. But it's not coming on the 28th. Listen, I'm sorry. I tried to keep my word on that, okay? I tried my damn hardest. You can ask Angry J Sponge and everyone in the Discord server. The reason I'm not on Discord is because I'm always working on this goddamn movie. The last 15-20 minutes of the movie are going to be entirely animated, and that's been sucking my soul, okay? I'm trying. But, in a less yelling sense, I'm trying. That's the point. I'm trying my damn hardest. I've pulled so many all-nighters on this movie, and once again, I'm trying my hardest to make it a World of Meli movie, and I'm trying my damn hardest to make it a 10 out of 10 compared to the first one. So that's why it's taking so long. And I'm sorry if that disappoints any of y'all for the release date, but there's a quote by a man I've been looking up to all my life pretty much, Shigeru Miyamoto. You can't fix a bad game when it releases, but if you delay it, you can fix it. A delayed game will eventually become good. A bad release game can never get good again. But with the technology nowadays, you can easily fix that. But the point is, once I release it, that's the final version. I can't fix it. So, I'm gonna make this perfect. And that's why I've been, it's been delayed, okay? In this, arc, the Odyssey saga, there have been multiple plot episodes. I'll have them all on screen right now. And now, let me reveal the final 2 major plot episodes before the movie drops. Number 1 will, of course, be the Teen Titans Go review. Teen Titans Go, overhated but not underrated. If you remember in Dwayne The Rock in the Wild, not Dwayne The Rock in the Wild, eating Szechuan sauce, the Szechuan sauce video, if you remember at the end of that video, Chef Ron is looking at Drain. He's in a conversation with Teen Titans Go in the Loud House, asking for their help. And this is where they come in. The first of these plot episodes, it's going to be a 2-parter. The evisceration arc, so per se, will be of Teen Titans Go. It's going to be reviewed. The next episode is what you've all been looking forward to, a Loud House review. Huh, y'all was looking forward to it, aren't you? The Loud House review, the story of Meli's hatred, is... I don't have a definite release date for these videos, but they will come about 2 weeks before the Odyssey movie drops. I've been teasing in the production material for the Odyssey movie a brand new form. In the last movie, we revealed the power of creation form, the revival form at the end of the movie during the final fight scene, which is probably the only praise that movie gets. So this time, we're gonna have a new form, but it's gonna be the most badassery thing ever. You've actually already seen this form before. I've been teasing this form a little while. It's of a phrase actually used on this channel a lot, and that's going to play a major role in the final battle of the Odyssey movie. And actually in this movie, I didn't work on it alone. You see, this forum was designed by me and my good friend Joel Rodriguez, or some simpleton dude on Instagram, so go check him out, please. He helped me design this forum, not directly, but he helped inspire this forum, and I got you, my man. Also, me and him have a little side bet going on. Whoever can draw the best Avengers Infinity War parody poster gets a shout out. So I'll live stream that soon. And once again, I'm sorry for the delays. That's about it that we got for the Odyssey saga. I'm sorry for the delays, but let me reveal when I want to release it. May. Just May. I said in the credits it's coming April 28th or until I finish it. This is our definitive release date. May or when I finish it. May or bust. Well, not bust, but you know what I mean. It's coming May, or I'm just gonna keep delaying it until I finish it. Now, it's called the Odyssey movie, so let's do a little mood whiplash. I've been teasing these animated segments for a long time now, so let me give you a little 30-second taste of these animated segments. Here is your first look at the animated segments of the World of Meli Odyssey movie. And because opposites tend to attract, let's put Sonic Forces movie music over this. By the way, there will be a link between the World of Meli Odyssey movie and Meli Tales of the Void in this movie. So if you're looking forward to that movie, you might want to watch this movie so you can get a little, taste of it. Now, to satisfy you guys even further, I have an announcement to make pertaining to the Odyssey movie. The first 5 minutes of the World of Meli Odyssey movie will be up on the channel, available to view for free shortly after this presentation. I've been teasing this, and it may sound like to y'all that I'm just talking a lot of shit. It's not going to be good. Well, the beginning segment, like the last movie, the first act or so will be not plot. It's just setting up the plot, but it's a lot less, frightening the last time. There's an intro basically explaining what the hell's been going on the channel and what World of Meli is. And it's the first 5 minutes of the movie, I promise, shortly after this presentation. Now, so, I think we have time for one more question. Before we end this off, let's take a look at that question. So, if the channel has been building up to the Odyssey movie since the beginning, and this is pretty much the finale for the channel, right, like, in its state, like, this part of the channel, what's coming after? Like, what's coming after the Odyssey movie? Well, me and former co-host Devin has been talking about that. And we have an idea for a new arc. I actually have a bunch of new arcs in store for y'all. So it's not going to be the total end of the channel. We still have a long way to go before we get there. So, while we take a pit stop on this channel, on this hype train, let's take a look at some of the other stops we have in store. Before we end this presentation, take a look at the next arc on World of Meli.
What's it gonna get this kid Fuka? Sure you can! No!